What's good, friends and family? Mr. Flip Flop. So I promised you guys a motivational video. So first off, I want to say I appreciate all the love, all the support that you guys have given me in this short time I've been on YouTube. For those who knew me beforehand, I still appreciate you to this day. I get told all the time, hey man, you motivated me. You know, I appreciate what you're doing. Well, guess what? You guys motivate me. I've been doing these videos for a short time, and just to know that I've helped people change their lives in a positive way, I appreciate it, and I feel greatly in debt to you guys. So I want to share some motivation techniques that I use and some information about motivation that I kind of go through on a daily basis. So this video, I might break it up into parts because it might get kind of long. I'll try not to make it too long-winded, but let's talk about motivation. So basically, what is motivation? For me, I'm very self-motivated, okay? Motivation basically is the reason for your actions and goals, for your wants and desires, you know? What motivates you? You know, are you safe in your own skin? Are you comfortable with yourself? Do you love yourself? I've explained that in other videos. Do you love yourself? You know, and that's about confidence, but confidence also helps motivate you. For me, my confidence motivates me a lot, so I kind of use that confidence as my motivation. You know, what does it take to motivate you? Is it music? Is it a motivational speech? Is it a friend or family? You know, there's all types of factors that can motivate you, and help you to motivate yourself. How is your motivation influenced? As I said, friends or family. For me, it was my upbringing, my elders. I actually had my grandfather was Irish grandfather, very great man, taught me a lot. My father was a very great man, taught me a lot, raised me very well. I had my grandmother on my father's side. She just was the rock of the family. So seeing a strong woman in my life as well actually helped factor in a lot of stuff that I went through. And it kept me motivated and kept me strong. One thing I will say that is a mitigating factor when it comes to motivation. The things that stop us from getting motivated at times is stress. Stress can affect your health. Stress can affect your mindset. Stress can actually make you tired. It's been clinically proven that stress can make you tired, make you feel, unenergetic, to say. For me, I have the 3 R's. Okay, and I will say this about stress. I write this down because this is something I believe in a lot. When I used to personal train, I told people, stress is the body's reaction to a problem the mind can't solve. I'll say it one more time. Stress is the body's reaction to a problem the mind cannot solve. Okay, that's all stress is. Stress is just you can't control something, or you feel you want to control something and you can't figure something out. And that's what causes stress. Okay, whether you know it or not. It's not just somebody yelling in your ear. It's not just a deadline at the job. It's the problem you can't figure out to overcome that. Now, for me, I have the 3 R's. Release, relax, replan. I'll say it again. The 3 R's. Release, relax, replan. Now, I don't always practice what I preach because I do stress a lot. But when I use the 3 R's and I take a step back to think sometimes, I realize it's not as bad as it seems. It can be better. And we can fix it. I find the positive in every negative. I feel for everything negative, there's always positivity. One thing I will say is people find more ways to lose than they find to win. And by saying that, I say this. You can always come up with an excuse, but you can never come up with an actual result. You know, I tell my employees all the time, my whole life, since I've had any business, co-workers, anybody, do not give me excuses, give me results. That's what I live my life by. And when I say, when people ask me about, oh, you did that, I tell people, and these are my exact words, I don't make mistakes, I make adjustments. That's how I live life. To me, everything can be fixed. Everything can be reorganized. Everything can be redone. You can hit the reset button on certain things. Not everything, but you can hit the reset button and go back and fix it. Okay, if it's to the point where it can't be fixed, well, let's find out how to make that point better to the next time. so we do it again better going forward. Okay. I want to read a quote. Give me a second. Let me find this. Okay. There's a quote that I love. Now, the previous quote about stress is my quote. I made that quote. This is someone else's quote. I do not know the author, but I wrote it down. I loved it. You cannot suffer the past or future because they do not exist. What you are suffering is your memory and your imagination. I love that quote because it's the reality of life, and it goes back to stress. How can you be stressed over the past? The past is over. It happened already. How can you be in fear of the future? It hasn't happened yet. So you're stressing, or you're worried, or you're in fear of things that do not exist. And to me, that's probably one of the greatest quotes I've ever read. You are going to continue your life to stress over the past. And I tell people at times, we all go through things. I've been through a lot. And part of this video will be some of the things I went through and how I kept myself motivated through those trials and tribulations. The past can hold you hostage. But once again, as that quote says, the past doesn't exist. It happened. The past already happened, whether it was yesterday, whether it was 5 minutes from now. It already happened. Now, in the future, since it hasn't happened yet, how can we fear the future? A lot of people ask me, well, Greg, how'd you move to Dominican Republic? How'd you do this? I've lived in every state in the East Coast. I've traveled, I've moved around. I just get up and go, but those are things I do. I'm a free spirit, and when it comes to me, I believe in myself. So I'm so confident that I never worried about going to Dominican Republic. I had no plan whatsoever, but I did it. When I went to Atlanta, I had no plan. I did it. When I went to Columbia, South Carolina, I knew one person. I just went. Charlotte, North Carolina, I knew 2 people. I just went. So that's me. I don't allow the fear of the future to stop me from doing anything I want to do. So for me, a lot of the stuff is, well, Greg, you've done this, you've done that. That's just me not having fear. That's me not fearing the future. And my confidence and motivation comes from me not letting the past hold me hostage to go forward and progress in the future. So real quick, I want you guys, as you're watching this video, get out a pen and some paper, because this is going to be the first part of the video. Read out your goals out loud. And don't write that down yet. Just say your goals out loud. Every day in the AM and the PM, what are your goals? Now, when I ask what your goals are, I want to ask you this. What are your daily goals? What are your weekly goals? What are your monthly goals? What are your yearly goals? And what are your life goals? When I say goals, I mean your actual goal, not your plans, not to open a business in a year. What are your goals? What are you planning to do with your life? What is your actual goal to set? What you're doing right now, what is that? What are you working towards to progress in your life and make yourself better? I say this, we should always consider ourselves like IBM, a small business in a garage, but we're trying to grow into a Fortune 500 company. Sound body, sound mind. So always consider yourself a small business. And IBM started in that garage. And every day they worked, and they went to an office building, and they went to a high rise. Now they're super huge. Okay, so consider yourself a small business. And every day you're working to grow into a Fortune 500 company. You have to grow and expand. As I said, sound body, sound mind. So right before I end this video, write down your goals. The next video will go deeper into that. Write down your goals. Your daily goals, your weekly goals, your monthly goals, your yearly goals, and your life goals. What do you want for you? And then we can go forward. As I said, take from this first part of the video, or this first part of the series that I'm going to do, that we have to overcome our past and our fear of the future. Those are steps that are blocking us from being motivated and from motivating ourselves. Those are steps that are holding us back with our confidence, with our self-esteem. These are things that are holding us back. So I'll end this video like this. Write your goals down. Say your goals on a daily basis. Figure out what you want to do to progress yourself. Figure out what you'll do to move out of that garage, to build yourself, your life from the IBM in the garage to the Fortune 500 company. That's what I'm trying to do every day. You know, every day I'm about building myself, brick by brick, changing myself, bettering myself. That's what I'm about every single day. You know, I'm never content on just being this way. I've always got to be better and better. When I used to bodybuild, when I trained people, if you thought you looked good, you don't look good enough. You got more work to do. If you thought you were okay, you have more work to do. And anybody will tell you that. Any of these bodybuilders will tell you. If someone says, yo, you look really good, they go, I got work to do. I still got a lot more work to do. So remember, we have work to do. Let's stay motivated. Let's stay up. This is part 1 of the series, motivation. And I'm so proud of you guys that I've motivated, and you guys make me proud because you motivated me as well. All right, so let's motivate each other together and keep progressing. Mr. Flip Flop, I'm out.